Once there was an old dog, and he lived on the farm with the farmer. And one morning, the farmer came to him and said, "You're no good to me anymore. You're too old, too slow to catch the rats. You can't hear properly. Your sense of smell is weak. I don't need you." And the farmer drove the old dog Serhiy away from the farm and across the fields. And as the night was coming down, Serhiy found himself in the forest, and it was a dark place and full of danger. And he was afraid, for never had he had to feed himself. And he walked between the dark trees until he smelt a curious but familiar scent. A little bit like a dog, but not a dog. And soon he found himself face to face, snout to snout, with a creature with long limbs, a shaggy coat, and a hungry, lean wolf. Now, why a creature tame and mild should make his way into my wild? And the dog told the wolf why he was there, how he had been driven out from the farm. And the wolf listened. "Stay here with me. If you drive me from the farm, they'll welcome you back with open arms." And that night, Serhiy stayed in the forest with the wolf, the hungry wolf. And in the morning at first light, together the two creatures went out of the forest and across the fields and all the way to the wall of the farmhouse. And the wolf leapt high over the wall of the farm and came to the back door, while Serhiy the dog hid behind the wall. While the wolf was there, he saw the baby, the farmer's baby child, there by the open door. And he crept up and took the baby in his sharp teeth and turned, and with a great leap high over the wall, he went running through the fields and back towards the forest. And Serhiy, when he was running, he started barking like an old dog. Can you bark like a dog? Come on, everybody. Oh, come on. Everybody, come on, bark like a dog. Yeah. And he went chasing after that wolf, and the wolf ran across the fields, and Serhiy was chasing after him and barking as loud as he could. And the wolf came running to the people, the mother and the father, the farmer and his wife came running out of the house and said, "Look, that wolf has taken our baby, has taken our child, stop him, stop him." And although the farmer ran fast, he couldn't run fast enough, but he saw now his old dog Serhiy, and Serhiy jumped onto the back of the wolf, and the dog and the wolf were fighting, and there were ears, and there were teeth, and there were tails, and there was a cloud of dust. And now it was the wolf who was running, and Serhiy returning with the baby in his mouth. And the farmer and his wife ran, and the wife took the baby. "Oh, my baby is safe." And the farmer embraced his dog. "Why did I ask you to leave? You are a hero. You have defeated the wolf. Tonight there will be a celebration, a feast, and you, my dog, Serhiy, will be the guest of honor." Well, Serhiy was there in the family once more and safe, but he remembered the hungry wolf who had helped him. The wolf should come to the feast. Is that a good idea? And Serhiy went off through the fields until he came to the forest and between the trees, and he found there the wolf. "Come." And together the two creatures, as it was getting dark, came through the fields and into the great stone barn where the feast would take place. And they hid together under the long table, for no people had arrived. But now the villagers came, and the farmer, and there was meat, the kind of food that a dog and a wolf love to eat. There was sausages and roast beef and borscht and wonderful cakes and pancakes and porridge and what other food can you imagine? Yes?
Pizza.
There was even pizza. Italian pizza. It was only the best. And there they were, surrounding this one. And they started cooking. And they started eating. And the food was so delicious. And the dog went and he fetched food. And he brought the food under the table where the wolf was hiding. And the wolf began to eat. And the wolf's appetite was great. And he ate and ate. And the wolf started to fill his hungry belly. And Serhiy went for more. And the people of the village were celebrating. And they were drinking vodka. And as they drank, they began to sing a traditional drinking song from the Ukraine. And it went like this. It means, let us drink. It goes like this. It goes, Vyp'yemo. Like that. Vyp'yemo. Can you say it? Vyp'yemo. Good. Vyp'yemo. Vyp'yemo. And they all sang. And the wolf stopped eating. My belly's full. It's no longer rumbling. It is my turn. Now I will sing. No, said the dog. Do not sing. The villagers will kill you. I will bring you more meat. And the dog went out and fetched more sausages and more roast beef and more pizza for the great wolf. And the wolf was eating and eating and eating and getting fatter and greasier. And the friends of the farmer said, your dog is taking too much food. You should beat this dog. No, said the farmer. My dog is a hero. Today he saved my child. Let him eat. And the people continued to drink vodka. And they sang louder than before. 3, 2, 1. Vyp'yemo. Now your turn. Vyp'yemo. Wonderful and really beautiful singing. And the wolf stopped eating and said, I am fat. I am no longer hungry. I have listened. Now I will sing. Before Serhiy could stop him, the wolf turned his snout up in the air under the table, and the wolf sang loud and clear as only a wolf can. The wolf sang. No, not that. But everybody, how does a wolf sing? And under the table, the wolf was singing. The people heard the wolf. And they turned over the table and they came with their meat knives and they came towards the wolf. And Serhiy saw the wolf who was still singing with his eyes closed. And everybody. And what could Serhiy do to stop his friend, the wolf, from being killed? He put the wolf's tail between his teeth and he bit down as hard as he could. And the wolf's eyes popped open and he saw the sharp knives and the wolf ran. Although he was fat, he squeezed through the barn door. And although the wolf was heavy, he leapt over the wall, but only just, like an Olympic jumper. And he ran through the fields with the dog chasing him and barking as loud as the old dog could. And across the fields they went until they came to the trees. And between the trees, the dog and the wolf and the dog, and there they stopped in the darkness. And the wolf turned to the dog and said, your world is tame. Your world is mild. I choose hunger. I choose wild. And the dog knew that he would never see the wolf again. And the wolf returned into the forest, and the dog returned to his home. Once more he was greeted, for he had saved the village twice from the wolf. And he was loved and fed and looked after for the rest of his old days. Just as we should look after those who are old. But now and again that old dog would go out and listen in the fields. And sometimes when the moon was full and round and bright, he would hear the sound of his friend, the wolf, far away.